14th Prime here, back in another custom review. Today we look at the Transformers Generations Bot Shots Groove. So here he is, and before we look at him, of course, let's take a quick look at the paints. So first off, I did use some Tamiya white surface primer, and then some pure white spray. And then I used some regular, like, fine surface primer, the gray primer I like to use, and then some matte black. I use some flat black, gold leaf, and park green. And then, of course, after it's all said and done, some clear coats, and you're done. Now, I'm sure as everyone is wondering from the title and just looking at this thing, what is this? What figure is this? And a little bit of backstory is in order. So I've only briefly talked about it on the channel, like I think once maybe recently, and then in really old videos that you shouldn't look up. That I really like the old Bot Shots toy line, which if you don't know what that is, it was a line that was in like 2013, 2014, around there, and it's like these little Transformers toys that have like this rock paper scissors battle game associated with them, and just I just love the line. It was one of my favorite. It's my favorite collecting experience I've had with the whole Transformers thing, so I've always just have a soft spot for it. And Series 2 got canceled partway through, and one of the casualties of this cancellation was a 5-pack of the Protectobots. And so I guess since they already used the car mold for Streetwise, and they didn't just want to use a different car mold, and there is no motorcycle mold at this current time in Bot Shots, they went with the next best thing. A tank. For the Protectobot that turns into a motorcycle. And that's where we're at. That's why this exists. And it's such an absurd and dumb concept that I had to make one. Like, there's no other choice. I had to do it. And so this is the result. This is what we got. So as you can tell, this is the Combiner Wars Brawl mold, repainted in white. Which a friend of mine made a really good point that this just kind of looks like Run Amok, but as a tank, because it's just the white and has the gold accents. And yeah, I mean, it works. But it is still fully functional. Like, you can still move this up and down. It rolls, kinda. I mean, this mold sucked at rolling to begin with, so painting surely didn't help that. But it's just like, I put this thing together when I finished it. I just laughed for 5 minutes. It's so dumb. And then just for a very quick comparison, here it is with the mold that inspired it, which in this mode there isn't really, which honestly there isn't a ton of similarities since Bot Shots, the mold was going to be the Brawl mold, and it's based on movie Brawl, which I didn't want to do it out of a movieverse Brawl figure. I wanted to do it out of a Combiner Wars figure for a very specific reason, which there isn't a ton of similarities in the tank modes, unfortunately. I was going to try to put like some red here, but I figured black would be better, just stand out more. So that's why it is how it is. But this figure is still fully functional, which means you can still swing this around, which I painted the insides here. I didn't paint these because you don't see these except for in Transformation. But you can still swing that around, swing this up, and bring up the combiner port, get it in your perfect effect foot that everyone has at least one copy of. Get this plugged in. There we go. He can still be a leg for Defensor, which we're going to bring this up as much as we can. I haven't had to put a combiner in this in ages. And yeah, he can still take Groove's spot. Get this thing to stand. He can still take Groove's spot on the team for the combined mode. So there's Defensor with a tank for a leg if you've ever wanted to see it. Now we all know how that will look. This is the... I spent time on this. Like, actual resources. It would be like 2 days. And this is what I spent my weekend on, was just this. And it was 110% worth it. It can do the arm mode, but I am not going to show off the arm mode. You can do it, I promise. But yeah, Anyways, that is it for the tank mode, so let's go ahead and get him into his robot mode. And here in robot mode, it's just, there he is. It's the guy. It's him. It's Botshot's Groove. I don't really have words for this. I guess when we look at the figure, we can take a quick look at the head, because the head is what I use the matte black spray on. Which I know probably should have been like a groove head, but just from how this all works and how specific the size has to be, since, you know, the head just has to fold back into this, I couldn't just swap the groove head because it's thicker. So I figure just having the Brawl head is fine, since, you know, even on the Botshots one, it's just a repaint of the Botshots Brawl head. But yeah, you can see here, like, I added some detail to the forearms, like I painted that with the black. Then I even added this, it's just a nod to the little battle game die in the middle, which I'll show that off here in a second. The only unfortunate thing is that, like, this, I couldn't really paint this tab because it just shears off whenever I tab it in there. But I mean, other than that, like, the paint chipping on this is very, very minor. Like, there's a little bit in the forearms, and there's, like, a little bit, like, right here, but it's not really all that much. It would take me, like, 2 seconds to really fix it. But I do like how this whole thing turned out, even the back of it. I just like the detail on this mold in general, and it being in white, you can see, like, all the sculpted detail, and it's really nice. It's like a true treat to the eyes. And then, of course, for some comparisons, let's bring in the Combiner Wars Groove, as well as Combiner Wars Groove. So you can see we got the Combiner Wars Groove family all together. I own 3 Combiner Wars Grooves now, I guess. I don't even care about the first groove. Like, I have 3 now. And I love them all. But one of them I love more than the other 2 combined. But yeah, it's just fun. It's just absurd. I love this. It's just so stupidly absurd that it's amazing. This is a joke. This is a prank. Like, the fact that I have this and I made one, it's the funniest thing to me. It's probably like one of my favorite customs of the year, just how stupid it is. And then to bring in the lads, here is every other use of this mold, because they use it a fair bit. So we have Tankor, we have Desert Brawl, we have Blitzwing, and then we just have Brawl. So yeah, I mean, we got them. We did it. We got all the repaints. Mission accomplished, boys. We were successful. And then for one more fun comparison, here is the only other, like, Botshots Combiner Wars custom, which technically it's a Be Cool, but it's Be Cool Red Sports Car, otherwise known as just Red Mirage, or Dino, but I just don't feel like calling it Dino, because if I do a Chug Dino, I want to do something slightly more creative. So just, you know, like, I have an idea, I don't know if I'll ever do it, but it wouldn't be this. Which these two guys do look nice together. Who knows? Maybe I'll do like a whole Botshots combiner. It'll be funny. Like, we can laugh at it together. But yeah, like, overall, you know, like, this one's for me. Like, I know, like, I do some obscure like Shattered Glass stuff and things like that, but this is the definitive. This custom was for me, and, like, no one asked for this to exist in the world. No one else even wanted it. This was me. This was solely for my benefit, and I'm very happy. But yeah. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also come check out my Facebook and Tumblr pages, links in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.